found that Tulsa's number one's an excellent football team. Good. I thought there at the end of the game, we got to find a way to get it done. We had a couple opportunities to go in and score and tie that game, and go hit the 2-point conversion and get it done. So we have to back to work and do better.
Several opportunities down the stretch again. I mean, you had, sort of reminiscent of the Ohio game a little bit. You had opportunities late, get in the red zone, and just can't finish it. What is it about turning that corner, and does it become a mental hurdle at any point?
I mean, it's got, we had a couple opportunities to make them, and when your number's called, you got to make a play. We just didn't, we just didn't get it done, unfortunately, because we put ourselves in a position there at the end to again get that thing into overtime where they'll win it.
To the kids' credit, I mean, the third quarter was kind of wild. You give up an offensive touchdown, they get defensive touchdown, special teams touchdown, and still you all claw back and take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, these kids have been resilient all year, and I can't fault their effort. I'm not going to do that. They play hard, they fight, they get after it. This is all about winning football games. And here at Marshall, we expect to win those games. And to get where we want to go, we got to go beat the best team on that side of the league, and that's probably Tulsa. They're Houston or wherever, and we have to get that done. And, it's disappointing. They're a good football team. There's a reason they won as many championships they had in this league at this point. They got good players. And, I think we got some pretty good players too. We got to find a way to finish games and find a way to win their game.
What did you feel made them effective in the running game today as they were?
What made them so effective?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think number one, they ran it. I mean, they came into this football game. They weren't going to put they were going to take it out of the quarterback's hands, and they ran it. They rushed it 53 times. And they came in, to run the football, and they did. And number one, they're pretty good up front. They got it back. It's about 260. It's a big load. So, at times, we played pretty well, but other times we attacked and beat them on the ground. And it's just, we got to get better.
Coach, what about just fundamentals? A lot of high snaps, and one of those coming on a crucial third down, where Cato had to jump up, grab it down, and get the handoff off.
Yeah, well, the one on the third down, he snapped it too soon. The ball was supposed to be snapped at that point. And we got to clean up some of that, but I thought for the most part, they executed pretty well. The thing that disappointed me there is we just didn't make plays at the end there to go win the game. The game was on the line. We had to do that against a good team.
Like Grant said, Coach, those cheap touchdowns, kind of you dig yourselves a hole.
No doubt. We gave them 14 on two cheap deals. Hindsight's 2020. You just can't tell you. It's part of it. And you got to be able to make a play to do that.
To the defense's credit early, I mean, the offense put them in some tough positions early, and they came in and sort of, giving up 3 points whenever you've got two short fields.
There's no doubt there early in the game we turned it over a couple of times, and I thought though I thought we regained momentum there at the half. We were 17-17. They ended up getting 3 points off those two turnovers. I thought we responded there to their credit. And, I thought we had momentum coming in there at halftime. And again, the second half was a wild one. We just didn't finish it.
It seemed to take Schuler away. Did that hurt you guys?
Well, I mean, you can't do it. They took Schuler away, but Dobson, Aaron, I think he had a bunch of catches there today too. So you can't take everybody away, and we were able to run the football a little bit there too. So, I thought we did a pretty good job of mixing things. It wasn't the calls. There was opportunities to make plays, and we had the one touchdown today, I guess, called back. I don't know whatever it was, but had a couple opportunities there to make plays at the end of the game.
First half, you all kept really good balance, but once Watts got the 95-yard kickoff return, sort of put you all down 12 and back into the mode of we've got to air it out a little bit, and that's where that balance started to sort of, leave a little bit. Is that a tough spot to be in, or did you all want to try and keep the running game going?
Well, again, we try to take what that defense gives us, regardless of, the game was never out of reach. We were close enough, but then we got it back to where we went up one. But again, for the most part, we were taking what that defense was giving us, and that's the number one defense in the league. They're a pretty solid defense, but I thought for the most part we did pretty well. We just in critical situations, when the game's on the line, we've got to be able to step up and make plays.
Had a few chances, and for the most part on third down, did well today. Had the one critical third down in which y'all sent a blitz, and goes for a 48-yard pass. I mean, that's half of their passing total for the game. What did you all see something that you could blitz right there?
Well, we felt we could get to him a little bit there, and the kid, I think there was a couple of missed tackles there too that created, at the end covered. The kid just made a good play, and unfortunately, we didn't get on the ground.
What contributed to Alex Singleton getting up the middle 48 on you?
Say it again now.
For the touchdown.
Yeah, he was 4th and 1 or whatever. And we had a guy that, we had a guy that didn't get in the right gap at that point. That was just.
You didn't need to punt again, but is Tyler Williams all right?
I think it was okay.
Some of the big third down plays were because you didn't get as much production on first down as you could have there late in the game. I don't have the stats of play by play in front of me, just an observation. There were a couple times where there was a running play on first down that just went for a yard or so. But
Again, they made some plays. They got some good players. And,
yeah.
We're not going to, at times we're going to come up with 1 or 2 yards, but I thought we were pretty patient as far as staying with the run times. And, we ended up running the ball okay there. We rushed 50 or rushed 45 times. We ran for 169 yards. And so I thought we were pretty patient with the run. And again, we had, you saw it at the end of the game. We had a chance to win that game. We had a chance to get into overtime against a good football team.
Coach, how do you think the offense did in the face of their blitz? At times it was disruptive. At times really hit it for big plays against them.
I thought for the most part, again, at the end of the game, we got a shot to go win that game. We scored 38, and if we go win at the game, we're 45 or whatever. I thought for the most part we handled it pretty well. You're never perfect, but we moved the ball pretty well, to be honest. We just didn't stick it in the end zone every game we had.
What's the focus going into the bye week? Is it more so, guys, we've got 3 losses in which we basically cost ourselves a couple of victories. Do you try and keep them from dwelling on it, or do you use it as a teaching tool?
Well, what you got to do, these guys need a couple of days off. We've gone for 6 straight weeks, and it's not like we haven't played the sisters before every week. We've had 6 tough weeks of playing good football teams, and they need a break for a couple of days. Then we got to come back and we got to focus on it. And we got 6 games left. Our whole side's still wide open. We start with Southern Miss in 2 weeks, and we go right down the line. And, these are good kids. They're going to come back and we'll go to work. We'll work extremely hard. We got a lot of football left to play, and then you get away from us for a couple of days, recharge your batteries, and just come back Tuesday or Wednesday, just get back to work.
Yeah, I know it's right after a game, but when they get back, what are the things that you feel that you guys are going to really focus on for that bye week?
Yeah, on Tuesday, we'll get in on Tuesday, and we'll just correct our mistakes. Just work on fundamentals and techniques, and just get better at what we do. And every day we walk out there over the next 2 weeks, we got to become a better player, and become a better team, and just fundamentals and techniques, and tighten up some things that we got to do a little better, whatever those are.
You've had pretty strong finishes your first couple of years. Is that the mantra as you walk into this next 6 and say, let's finish strong?
That's what needs to happen. It has to. Like I said, we've finished pretty strong the last couple of years. We need to finish strong this year. These kids, they'll come back. They'll fight you. These guys, I don't worry about these guys. They'll come back and they'll practice extremely hard. They'll play.
You all been really strong in the red zone all year. Was there anything about Tulsa's defense that made that exceptionally harder today? You all did struggle a little bit in the red zone today.
We were 4 out of 6. Got stopped twice down. They're good. They're a pretty solid defense. And we had a couple opportunities. Those other 2 times that we were down there to make a couple plays. We just didn't make them.